All right, you guys, welcome to the happy hour. Cheers. If you are
Cheers.
watching or listening, pour yourself a drink,
Half a
but only a
drink.
half glass because then they don't count.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm Heather,
I'm Robin.
and we are back today to discuss another topic that I think is pretty, I guess it's not controversial, but just we're going to discuss like body image and
Well,
plastic surgery and Botox, and
we're in our 40s, so it just
Yeah.
is like a really hot topic.
things
so.
are going south,
Yeah, for real.
quite literally. Yeah, just like a real topic. And Robin and I were chatting recently about how, well, just, I mean, it's constant with our girlfriends. We're talking about like all the things we want to have done or we have done or what's happening to our bodies and our
Yep.
faces
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. And then we also kind of want to touch base on how the difference between like when we were like teenagers in that age, because of the fact we both have teenage daughters, like how different it is for this generation than it was for us as far as their body image and stuff like
Even
that.
just the things that they have, like as far as makeup and how they.
Oh my gosh.
They look way different now than we did in high school.
Oh, it was not pretty.
No.
And just about how like, the body type that is more in, or what you want to say, what people aspire for,
Yes.
at that teenage age. So anyway, we'll touch base on all those things, but I'll start this off by saying my husband always says that, he's aging and it's just happening and he's going to age gracefully. And I always say, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not going down without a fight. I will do like all the things. I'll do all the things.
Yeah.
So
Feels like that's why they're available to us.
right.
Yeah. So,
I mean, do you remember like, I don't know, probably like 20 years ago ish, or maybe not even, when you'd like heard about Botox?
yeah. The first time I got Botox, I was 29.
The first time I got Botox was, oh, it's probably about that same age because my mom and my grandma bought me Lasix as a Christmas present
Oh,
when my
nice.
girls were 1. So I was about 30, 29.
Yeah.
And it was at Dr. David Whiting. Remember when he was the
Oh.
big LASIK guy?
Yep.
He had opened his own, I don't know, clinic or whatever.
Yep.
And with your procedure, you got, cheers, half glasses. You got like 20 units of Botox or something for free.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I went to Dr. Jimmy Chu, and he did not.
Jimmy Choo, as in the shoe or the doctor?
No, the doctor.
Shut up. His name was Jimmy Choo.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely want to be friends
Yeah.
with him.
Any Dinah.
Hmm.
So.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Well, when the shoe fits.
Yeah.
Quite literally. And I remember I was like,
Spelled
well,
different.
I'm going to go get the Botox. Like, why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
And so I did in my forehead.
20 units.
Yeah, I think so. And I had like, I look
Just
back
started,
at like my
right here.
wedding pictures when
Yeah.
I was 26 and even high school, I had like deep forehead lines going this way.
Really?
Yeah, I had them like since I was, forever. It wasn't from age at that point. It was just,
Express. You
it
were
was,
expressing.
yeah. And it was just my, I don't know, skin or face or muscles or whatever.
Yep.
So like after you got it the first time, were you like, yeah, I'm never not doing this again?
Oh, yeah. But I had to like hide it at the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to hide it. Yeah. So, but I wanted it all the time because as soon as it starts wearing off, you can see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Well, I didn't get it right away after that because we had like no money when my girls were little. But I remember when they were in kindergarten I was getting my hair cut and colored, and I said, I think I have to get bangs because it was not a good decision because my forehead. And so I said, it's either bangs or Botox, and I can't afford the Botox. So I got bangs, which no bueno. I mean, they're okay for like a minute, but it's never a good idea. It's really never a good idea to get bangs,
yeah,
really.
You have to have a special face. For
Yeah,
it.
I mean, unless you're like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Or like, I can't even think of who else can
I
have
don't
bangs.
know who else has bangs.
Not very many people.
No.
So anyway, and then I probably started getting it regularly. Oh,
I think I was
gosh.
like 35 when I started getting it.
Oh, for sure. For the
regularly.
last 10 years, I've been doing it probably. Yeah.
No, and I love it. It's
But I remember
perfect.
like hearing about some celebrity, 20 years ago, like tried Botox. And I was like, oh my God.
But I feel like when they did it originally, it was that surprise, like
Way too much.
way too much, or like it like now it's more fluid.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can still kind of move like,
Well,
and
so many people know
everyone's,
what they're doing with
yes.
it that they probably didn't then. Oh, actually, my best friend from college,
Yeah.
Liz. So my best friend from college lives in New York, and she got married. Okay, so what year? I'm trying to think of what year this would have been. I got married in 2004. She must have got married in like 2006. So that's almost 20 years ago,
Yeah.
18 years ago, which is crazy. And I went to New York for like the whole week of her wedding and just like did everything with her. Like, we got our nails done, went and got waxed, all the things.
Yep.
And I remember her telling me we were, I don't know, somewhere, and she's like, I got Botox in my forehead. And I was like, no, you did? Like, shut up.
yeah.
She's like, yeah, can you see? Does it look good? Is it like smooth? And I was like, yeah, it looks amazing.
Love
First
that.
friend I ever knew who got Botox. Yep.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I clearly need to do that too.
I want that.
Yeah. I mean, then this was before, that I had gotten it with my whatever.
Mm-hmm. No,
So like, yeah. And no one would talk about it.
no, like it was a secret.
Total secret.
Yep.
Now it's like,
Now when they're 18, kids are getting Botox and
which I
fillers
think
and
is
all that.
crazy.
Yeah, it's too much. And plus, it's not going to work when they're older because it wears off. Or like
Yeah.
your body gets kind of
Used to
immune
it. Yeah. I will say though, after having gotten it for at least the last 10 years, like regularly, even if I waited like longer than I would normally wait, I don't think my forehead lines would ever totally come back. I think it almost like it is preventative in a way.
Yeah. I did hear like a good explanation. Like if you take a piece of paper, you
Yeah.
know, and you bend it, like you'll never really fully get that crease out. So
Correct.
like if you just start doing it now, then and you never crease your face,
Right.
you
Yeah.
won't have it.
And each to their own. I
Yeah.
mean, I would say, I remember my dad used to give me shit about it, and I was like, Dad, all my friends get Botox, and he's like, that's ridiculous. Not all of your friends get Botox, and I'm like, when I really think about it, it's probably at least 80%
Yeah,
of people that
most
I
of-
know, women that I know.
And a lot of times you're like a little surprised.
Right.
I mean, they look good, but you're like, oh, I wouldn't have thought you would get
Totally.
Botox. So,
So I mean, I'm all for it. Don't get me wrong. Like I think it's with not having now it's becoming that you don't have to be an RN anymore to do it. And with my daughter, like interested in the cosmetology field, I'm like, you get into that kind of stuff, like you can make bank.
yes.
It's a lot of money in it.
Yeah, and I love the parties. Like we're
Yeah.
gonna have Jen and Jane on one day, and it's gonna be
Yeah, we're
great.
gonna have Jen and Jane on. Jen is our Botox person, and she actually comes out to my house like every 3 months. And Robin and a whole group of girls come over, and it's great because we don't have to drive down to her office.
Yeah.
She
Mark-
comes over. Mark bartends. It's his favorite thing.
Yeah,
He acts like, oh, it's Botox night, but he secretively loves to make the drinks.
yeah.
We eat a bunch of mayonnaise-based appetizers and have drinks, and yeah.
Lots of spicy.
Sometimes there's some
margaritas.
sleepovers.
Yeah,
Spicy
Vegan.
margaritas are his specialty, and they're so good.
they're so.
They
good.
like go 1-in-1 with the Botox,
Yes,
Yeah.
he's gonna have to come on and make us some margaritas.
We want to have a bartender here, like Andy Cohen has.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we could
where-
move the table up, and then he could like have a
Right
little
here?
high top situation.
All right,
Yeah, he'd be
maybe-
good back there. Probably making fun of us
Maybe
most of the
episode
time. But,
5.
huh?
Maybe episode 5.
Yeah, and then we can have your boyfriend on,
Yep.
but he'll have to not wear his shirt. Mark can wear his
He
shirt.
can-
He would not want, but if Josh comes,
Josh,
we can be like, yeah, so you can come, but you have to take off your shirt.
he'll probably like that.
I mean, I'm fine with
We
it.
would all like it for
He
sure.
could just stand there next to Mark.
Yeah.
Or he could be his assistant. He can like
Oh.
put salt on the rim
Oh,
of
for
like
sure.
the cocktail glasses and stuff.
Yep. Good. They have their team. Perfect.
Yeah. So I mean, I think, like I said, obviously we get Botox and whatever. I've had a little bit of lip filler. Like I think when people get the big duck lips, they do like a whole syringe in the top and the whole syringe in the bottom
Oh,
lip.
okay.
And
Well,
I
yours is
do
just a
a
little
half
bit.
a syringe total
Yeah.
in top and bottom, like once every 9 months. But I like it because it like smooths out, like your lips kind of get like wrinkly as you get older.
Yeah, like I've been doing Botox in them, but now it's kind of not working. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And when I drink stuff,
You can't, yeah, when you do the lip flip, it's a serious issue when you try to like shit
I need-
spilling
And
and
I already spill anyway, so like.
oh
and I
my
get
God, you
chin
are the
done.
worst spiller.
Yeah, the worst. So if I get up here and my chin and I drink, like
It's like you don't have, yeah, but when you get lip filler, there's none of that numbness.
oh, yeah,
So I just like it better.
yeah,
But like, I don't want it to look like I have lip filler, like big lips. I just want them to be like smooth and have like just a little bit of plumpness.
totally. That makes sense.
You know,
That's fair. Yep.
it's fair. But I mean, people do definitely go overboard.
I think it's easy to get addicted.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see where like it's a slippery slope.
That's why I think Jen does a good job because she kind of does like the micro.
Yeah, she does a really good job. And what I like about her too is that she's not going to oversell you.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I think last time she was out, I was like, oh, do I need a little more lip filler? She's like, no, it's only been 6 months. You don't need it. I'm like, okay. Because I mean, she could have sold me a $600 syringe of filler.
Yeah.
And she didn't. So that's good.
Yeah.
I did try it one time. I said, I want to lift right here, just a little lift. So she did it in my cheeks, which she said would lift, filler. And I, to be honest, didn't notice much of a difference at all. Do you remember when I did that?
I remember when you did it and I didn't notice either.
No, and it was, it's expensive. So I was like, I wouldn't do that
hurt?
again. When they put it in, I don't remember.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I probably had a lot of skinny spicy margaritas beforehand. I mean, maybe she put numbing. I don't remember. The lips hurt if they're not numbed correctly or if you wait too long after you put the numbing cream on.
I bet.
Like, I mean, it's quick, but it's like, ooh, you're going to wince a little bit.
You don't, when she does the Botox, which is not as bad as the filler,
Oh,
I cry.
Yeah. Do you get like your eyes and nose water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Every time.
Totally.
I'm still going to keep doing it.
Well, for sure. What do they say? It's painful to be beautiful.
Yep.
I'll take it. Yeah. But I do think it's crazy that like one of my friends' daughters who are like, I don't know, 21 and 23 or 4. I mean, they're getting filler and Botox regularly. And I'm just like, I mean, they look amazing, but I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot. I don't know, because they're just so young, and it's like I think when you start overdoing it, you start looking older. And so that's just the slippery slope, maybe.
Yeah, it's a really slippery slope. And I just, I don't know. I mean, no judgment to anyone.
Oh,
I mean, I'm sure our girls will be getting Botox when they're 25 too.
Yep, I'm sure.
My girls used to yell at me about it and say, that's so stupid and you're going to look like a freak and blah, blah, blah. And I said to them, this was probably when they were, I don't know, like 13, like 4 years ago. I said, here's the deal. If you have not had Botox by the time you're 40, I will give you $1,000, each of you, if you both have it. If you have, you each have to give me $1,000 when you turn 40. I'm going to be $2,000 richer for sure on their 40th birthday. I'm going to be like, you don't get a present. You've got to pay up. Pay up, bitches.
Pay up, bitches.
Yeah. I mean, even now they're like, can I get lip filler? And I'm like, no, you are 17.
Yeah,
Number one, no. Number two, you can get lip filler when you can pay for it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you think not
Once
happening.
Once you start doing it, that's just on your docket. It's just
these are things I'm never paying for.
No.
For my kids. Like, that is off the payroll.
That's off the
payroll. Right?
I'll pay for school, but not your lip filler.
And I'll pay for you to get your hair highlighted because we do live in Minnesota and it's kind of depressing here in the winter when you have dark hair.
You gotta go blonde.
You gotta blonde up a little bit.
Yeah.
But actually, I pay for half. I pay for their haircuts and half of their color.
I need to do that. I just pay for it. But Grace doesn't go that often. She goes like 3 times a year.
Yeah, and my girls don't really either because Piper's kind of gone darker now. And Izzy is pretty naturally blonde. I mean, her roots get darker in the winter, but like her hair is actually blonde, where like Piper and I's hair is not blonde. Yeah. Like if we were to grow it out, it would be like just a bad brown.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we kind of all have the same hair color. Yeah. But I feel like Grace is blonder. Yeah. Were you that blonde when you were her age? Because I never was.
Yeah, I didn't color my hair until like my senior year, I don't think.
In high school?
Yeah. And I was pretty blonde.
Yeah. I started highlighting mine like in 7th grade after I put 2 bottles of sun in, literally dumped 2 bottles of sun into my hair in Arizona and came home orange.
Oh my God.
And my mom was like,
did you have to chop your hair?
No, my mom took me to Rocco's and was like, you fix it. And then I came out with this great kind of blonde highlighted situation. And then that was the end of it. I've been getting my hair highlighted ever since.
Yeah. How do you go back?
Do you want to know a really freaking weird story about that day?
Yes.
This is so weird. You're going to think I'm so weird.
Okay.
So it was my 13th birthday. It's a true story. And I went to Rocco's because we had been in Arizona and I got my hair orange. And so my mom was like, I think she was probably like, okay, this can be your birthday present.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it was expensive.
I'm sure.
And I bought a paddle brush, like a hairbrush.
Yeah.
Still my brush.
It is.
It's
From-
33 years old.
Oh my gosh. That's a
It is a
cheers.
true story.
Wow.
I'll bring it in sometime so you can see her. I mean, she still looks okay.
Does she have a name?
No, the brand it has like it was like silver, but all the silver is worn off, and it said Visage, like Visage.
Huh.
Like it doesn't say anything anymore. It's just sort of like black and like matte and like nasty.
Wow. That's impressive.
33 years with the same hairbrush.
Yep.
I'm gonna be pissed if I lose that.
That's like your blankie.
Oh, when I lost my blankie. Worst day of my life. Never going back to Aruba again.
I never had a blankie.
I had my blankie since the day I was born. Everywhere I went, it was a ball of rags. It was my favorite thing in the whole world. And we went to Aruba, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, and I left it in the bed, and they took it with the sheets. I bawled. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah. well,
Probably
I'm
had
sure.
like 9 margaritas to help, but, win in Aruba. But yeah, it was sucked.
Aw.
Do you have anything weird like that you have from like 100 years ago? Because I have one other weird thing.
Okay, tell me. I
No,
wanna
no,
think about
you don't
it.
have anything weird?
I don't
I have my
know.
alarm clock that I got for high school graduation. It's so ghetto, and the radio
Is it
on
in
it. If
your
you were to
room?
turn the radio on, it's like a dial. Like you
Oh, yeah,
roll
you have to
something.
roll it down.
Yeah, you have to roll it.
Oh
Yep.
my god, I remember doing that and
Yep.
finding
It's
Casey
Sony.
Kasem.
Yep. No, I have it. I got it for I got that and a big block Sony cordless phone for high school graduation from my parents, my
had
mom.
one
I
of
don't know.
those phones, too.
Yeah, with
With,
the
like, the
hard
antenna.
antenna that was
Yeah,
like
it
this thick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. And I still use the alarm clock every night.
Well,
Still to
that's
this
good.
day.
Do you use your phone as a backup?
Nope.
In case you
Nope.
just totally rely on it.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
It's really loud. Like I don't think so. There's been a few times it didn't go off, but I think I must have set it for like PM instead of AM.
Oh, yeah.
Because every time I think it's broken, I like have a heart attack. Because I'm like, I can't have a different alarm clock.
No.
Like how stupid. And it's ugly. And usually like if shit doesn't match my decor, I
Aesthetic.
freak out and have to get something. No.
You're connected.
Yep.
I just saw a meme today and
It's not
it
even
said,
white anymore. It's kind of gray.
I'm gonna come see it.
Uh-huh.
I saw a meme today and it was like said my alarm clock and I don't know why I didn't wake up and it was a calculator and it had 6:30 on it.
Ugh. I could see that happening in certain circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to like all the body
Oh,
things.
here we
Okay,
go.
so obviously we're like fans of Botox, and I'm not going out without a fight. And then we've talked about the lower facelift, like
Yeah.
sit there and kind of go like this, and like you see these celebrities get that lower deep plane facelift. It's
Yeah.
called. Like, did you see that Teddy Mellencamp got one?
Oh no.
My God, we need to have like a TV where we can like put up pictures like
Yeah.
from our phone.
I've seen her. She looks great.
Yeah, and she's younger than us.
Yeah. Oh, and she had one.
Yeah, and Tamra from Real
I know
Housewives.
Tamara did. She
Hers looks
great.
good.
Yep.
I think as long as you don't get the like how they used to do them, like
the lip
you'd have that.
wrinkles.
Your mom had that one friend who looked scary,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
never talked about it. No one would ever talk
They
about
just
it.
went away on a really long vacation.
Yeah, they went away.
They went away.
Yeah, they went away to Florida for a few weeks. Everybody goes to Florida.
I've been trying to do the stone.
Oh
thing,
yeah,
but
push
I
it
don't-
up.
I don't know that that's working.
I don't think it works for shit.
And we try to like hang upside down as
We
much
do.
as we can
Yeah.
at Hot Works.
Yeah.
But I
A lot of down dog, because then your skin's going this way, and you're like, oh, maybe it'll stay like that if we stay.
it doesn't.
I don't
It
think it's
hasn't
going
done
to,
it
no.
yet. Yeah,
But I would
part of
like
me-
totally do that. I mean, like when I'm like 60 maybe or 50, they say like 55 is a good. I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
Oh, I'd probably do it. I would do mine sooner. Like
Yeah.
I'm like it drives me nuts.
But I think you're really thin right now too, and so like maybe
Oh,
I don't
well,
know.
extra.
I don't feel like you have a lot. I feel like I have a lot. Like
I do.
I just sit and go in the mirror.
Just walk around and hold it up.
Well, I've asked Jen's. Yeah, so many. Well, you can wear those slings
Yeah.
under your chin.
Yep.
I have those. I mean, they have like aloe in them, so they kind of feel good, but I don't think they're really doing anything. Opening another White Claw, just a half. It's
Just a
fine.
half.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yep, doesn't matter.
But like I would be open to all that stuff. So like I guess we were like, I wonder like how, listeners think about that kind of stuff. Like, so I had a tummy tuck last fall.
Mhm.
It's been 6 months, a little over 6 months, and super happy with the results.
Like super flat.
It's super flat. I had a lot of skin from being pregnant with my girls all those years ago, and I wanted to do it literally since they were like 1 year old. And I just never did.
You had like a separation.
Yeah, I had a really bad diastasis recti, I believe is how you pronounce it. You could put like, my muscles were so separated, you could put your whole hand in like up to here. So I needed that part done. I wanted the skin gone. And I finally was able to do it just time wise and financially and everything. And like, I'm super happy with it. And I'm so not the person who would like, I don't care. I'm like, this is what I did. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a secret. And so I'm happy with it.
Do you feel like your back feels better? Because I know you had a lot of back
Oh my God, I
issues.
used to have so many back issues. Like, and the weird thing is the last couple of years, or maybe like year and a half, I just didn't have any major back issues. Like, I don't know. I mean, I have started taking like collagen every day and some supplements and stuff the last couple of years that I never took before,
Yeah.
but I don't know that you can really attribute it to that. That's the only thing I could like say that I was doing differently.
Yeah.
So
I just remember working out with you, and it
Oh.
was like hard for you to do things.
I
on
couldn't
the
do
ground.
burpees for
Yeah.
years. Or
Mhm.
Mark would always have to get me, Mark, the guy we work out with, would always has to get me like a Bosu to do certain things because I couldn't come all the way down to the ground.
Yeah.
And then I mean, it had been, because I've been to like Tria and stuff many times when my back like would get thrown out, and I one time crawled in there,
Oh,
yeah, and would have to get like, what do you call it, steroid packs and stuff. So they were saying that my diastasis recti was so bad that, there was definitely an imbalance in my core to my back. And so my low back was overcompensating for that, which I'm sure is true. But yeah, no, I haven't had any problems with my low back since I've had it done either.
Good.
So, I mean,
We've been working out a lot. Like I feel like we work out.
we've been working out a lot. And
Yeah.
that's another thing that's weird with age.
Yes,
I mean, if we would have been working out like this even 10 years ago,
I know.
I would have completely different results than I have now.
But we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
mean,
get
got to
there.
keep going. I always, I'd like to say I work out to be healthy, but the real truth is I work
So
out
we
to
can
drink wine and
enjoy.
eat cheeseburgers. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna go eat. Well, we went to lunch already.
We did go to lunch today with
And
another
then-
girlfriend.
Yep. And then we're gonna go eat after this.
Well, yeah. I mean, my one daughter's out of town, other one's with her friends, husband's gone.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm going to go home and make myself a meatloaf.
No, Grace is at
You
dinner.
guys, we don't cook, like either one of us. I don't like it. I would go out to dinner every night of my life if I
Yes.
could.
So yesterday I was talking to my friend Brooke, and she is an amazing cook. And she told me that, oh, you should make this because it's super easy. And so she made these like a meatball sub. And I was like, yeah, that sounds easy.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking in my head, I get like a bag of Costco meatballs.
Right.
Throw some marinara sauce, some Parmesan.
In the crock pot.
In the crock
Put them on a
Done.
bun.
Yes. Scoop it up, all good. Well, she starts telling me you got to scoop out the hoagie, and then you're going to use those crumbs in the meatball. And then she was like, basil. And I
Oh,
was
so you're like going to take the bread out and like bake it to make it crummy?
That's what I thought. No, she fucking actually made the meatballs from scratch. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing any of those things.
Nope, that's going to be a hard no. Way too many steps.
And she's like, did I lose you at breadcrumbs? I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Yep. I remember one time years ago, we went to a friend's house and they had, I think she had made the turkey meatballs, but literally just like breadcrumbs and the turkey and like a couple
Yeah.
herbs. And, I could do that.
Yeah.
And then she just threw them in the crock pot with some really good marinara. It was like 10 years ago. I don't remember the brand and whatever. And then let it bake and then just toasted hoagie buns and put them on. And then I think she
Yum.
did like a melted mozzarella over the top. They were so good.
Yes.
But yeah, that's too many steps for me.
It's
Like,
a lot of steps.
so she used the bread that she scooped out in the meatball.
Yeah, and then like rolled them up and made
No,
all these
no.
things and cooked it. And I was like, oh
Every
my
time I
gosh.
try to do something like that too, no one likes it.
I know.
No one eats it.
I tried to make this other thing she told me. and it had chicken in it, and I had to text her and say, "Do I have to cook the chicken first, or just cut it up and put it in the raw?" She was
I
like,
wouldn't know.
"I didn't know it." She's like, "Yes, Robin, you have to cook it."
So
But
then
it
I would
was
have been
gonna
like,
go in
is
the
there somewhere?
oven.
Then I would have just bought like pre-cooked chicken, like
Yeah.
strips or something.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm terrible at that. But you know what? It's fine. Because I
everybody
told my
has their
girls,
thing.
you can't have a mom who does everything. You know what I mean? Like you can't cook every day, take care of your house, work, make money.
Yeah.
You can't do it all good, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I don't even have a job fully yet, and I am okay that I'm not a good cook.
Yeah. But did you see on Housewives this season, Beverly Hills, that Anna Marie, that
Yeah.
new girl, who, by the way, has no storyline.
Yep, no story.
Boring orama, except for going back and forth with what's her name about her small
Sutton.
esophagus.
Yes.
Sutton. Name them.
Name 'em.
Name them. Sutton. Oh, Lord. But she was like, my husband says I'm an 8 out of 10 at everything.
I know.
And I was
I
like,
didn't like that.
I don't think I would like it if my husband said that to me
No,
or
'cause
my
at
partner or
first
whatever.
She was like, "Oh, I'm an 8.5 out of 10 in my looks," and I was like, "She's beautiful, though. She is actually."
Well, but what a
beautiful.
dick.
Yeah, that's what. I
Like,
don't
even
know.
though that's probably the truth, nobody's a 10 out of 10 on anything. And being an
Mhm.
8.5 out of 10 on multiple things is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But you don't say that to your wife.
No, I want to be a 10 to my husband.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if he's lying.
Yes, absolutely.
I'd be like, just don't call me an 8.5.
Yeah, don't call me an 8.5.
Yeah, she was like, I'm an 8.5. He says I'm an 8.5 in looks, like
Like
smarts,
smart, yeah.
mother,
Like,
being a mother, athleticism. I'm like,
yeah.
no, thank you.
No, I'm a 10.
I would have been like, see you later, Marcus. Although he is an NX NFL guy, so
Yeah,
you know,
maybe not.
ugh. No thanks. No storyline. She needs to go away.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be back.
We should get a little Kim Richards back in the game. That'd be.
Oh,
She is
she's
just.
pretty funny.
She's funny, and she was on. I watched Paris in Love.
Oh, I didn't watch
Oh, I
that.
loved it. Paris Hilton. She, it's a Jessica Simpson situation. She seems like she's this flighty idiot. Holy shit, she is one of the smartest businesswomen. She has made. Do you know that she has more money than her parents?
She does.
Yeah, she's made $300 million.
Got a girl. Well,
Or she's worth 300 million, which means she's made more than 300 million.
so isn't her voice is like her,
Yeah.
yes.
I didn't know
stage
that
voice.
either. Like, I mean, in the show though, she's kind of talking in that voice, not like to as much of an extent. But she's like, that's my character.
Yeah.
Like that is not, really
who
her.
I am.
And it's actually super interesting. I started watching it once because it was like on after Housewives or something got over, and I was like, oh God,
Yeah.
And then I like couldn't stop watching it. It was really interesting. Although her husband kind of seems like a dweeb, but
Oh,
whatever.
really?
I think he's just kind of her bitch,
Oh.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I
Some
mean,
people like
obviously he's a
that.
smart guy
Yeah.
because she's not going to be with an idiot, and she was engaged like 5 times
Oh my God,
before
I
him.
need to
Remember when
catch
she
up
was
on
engaged to the
Paris.
guy named Paris, and it was going to be Paris in Paris?
Yes, I do actually remember that.
And they got engaged on like a mountain in Aspen, or like not even Aspen. It was like the Swiss Alps. That would be okay.
Yeah, I would do that. That's fine.
I mean, that wouldn't be terrible.
No.
Wouldn't be the worst thing that ever happened.
No. But I don't know that I'd want to be with someone that's just my bitch that I bossed around all the time.
No, she's like really nice to him, and like they actually seem to like really love each other.
Oh,
He
that's
just,
good. It's kind of dorky.
I don't know if has his own business too, separate from like all of her business ventures, but I don't know. And here we go off on another tangent when we're supposed to be talking about like
Oh,
body image
Botox,
and all the
yeah.
things and Botox and stuff. So,
Oh, whatever. It's fine.
she's got a great body, but I think that's why she did surrogacy too. Although she was 40,
Oh, yeah.
but
Does she have 1 or 2 kids?
2.
2. Okay.
And they're like, I don't even think they're a year apart
Oh.
because
From
she had
the
2.
same surrogate?
No, well,
Oh, okay.
I guess I don't
We're
know the
gonna have to
answer
do
to
a
that.
deep
I would
dive.
assume no, only because I literally don't think they're a year apart.
Okay.
Because I think she was
That
40
poor
or
nanny.
41, so
That
she just
nanny's
wanted to have
busy.
that. Those nannies are so busy. Well, even in her show, like she has her night nurse or her nanny, all 24 hours. And I mean, she's definitely doing everything. But that girl's schedule is like, I mean, she has stuff all day, every day commitments. So, but her house is just terrible. I mean, it's this beautiful, probably $25 million house. And the decor is just awful. It looks like Paris Hilton. It's like neon signs on the walls and like rooms full of stuffed animals.
What?
Yeah, weird shit. She needs a decorator bad.
No more stuffies for you when you're over 40.
No, and then her, her word is sliving.
I don't.
Slaying and living.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
it's
Sliving. It sounds
sliving.
like Harry Potter.
Yeah. So she has like
Sliving.
like it looks like a garage is turned into like this like beauty spa. And like she has like all the laser machines, like everything,
Oh.
like the skin laser, like everything in
Okay.
there. And it's called the Sliving Spa. Although, let's be honest, I would like to have a Sliving Spa at my
I want
house.
to go there for sure.
I totally want to be her friend.
Yeah, I want all the lasers. Oh,
All the
okay.
lasers.
Now we're gonna switch back to
Lasers.
You just did like the laser thing.
Yeah, I did the BBL, not to be confused with the Brazilian butt lift. Did not do that. I will not be doing that. And we have to go back to that because I don't understand why all these girls now want these big butts.
I don't get it. And
But-
I don't know how their bodies just start. We were talking about this.
It's bizarre.
It's like they just start morphing into it because they see it places. I don't-
Teenagers,
Yes.
especially. Like the teenagers now, I think, well, I know because they say like they want big legs, muscular, not like chunky legs,
No,
like
like-
muscular legs and a big ass
And
and a
small
tiny
waist.
little waist, like a snatched little waist. But so many of them have it. How
Grace
are they
does.
getting it?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know how it happened. I think they see it and your body starts morphing into it.
Because Robin and I were talking about like when we were in high school, to be honest, we were actually talking about this. I never thought about my weight in high school ever once in my whole life, ever, except for the summer, the beginning of senior year, because the summer between my junior and senior year, I lived up in Cross Lake. I worked at the wharf. I had a big group of friends, and I ate twice a day at the wharf. We worked doubles like 5 days a week. So I ate twice a day at the wharf, like a sandwich and fries, burgers, whatever. And we drank beer every single night and all the other things. And I didn't know I had gotten fat. Not that I was fat, but I probably gained, in all seriousness, at least 20 pounds over the summer, maybe 25.
Yeah.
And I came back like the weekend or the week before school started, and I could not zip my uniform skirt. Like it was open like this much at the top, like several inches. And I was
Did you
like,
have to do the rubber band thing? Like
no, my mom was like, I'm not buying you a new skirt. You're a senior. Like, I'm not buying you any more uniforms. And I remember being like, oh my God. So we would wear boxers under our skirts.
Yeah.
And
Like Umbros?
it was just Umbros sometimes. Yeah. But boxers were the thing. We'd get them at the
Oh,
Gap.
okay.
Yeah. And it was just wide frickin' open. And I just pulled my little sweater down over it with my name monogrammed on there and went to school fat.
And just did it.
And then like literally probably, I remember seeing, I have pictures. And I'm like, it looks like Punny put a bike pump in me and like pumped me up. And I cut my hair, tried to look like Kelly Taylor on 90210, and I was not Kelly Taylor, is all I'm going to say. It was the worst haircut.
How cute. She is so cute.
She was so cute. I
had short hair.
it
too,
did not
as
work
you
for me.
knew.
It
Yeah.
did not work. And so, but then I looked at pictures, and by like homecoming, which is what, October?
Yeah.
I was like back to normal.
Oh.
But I
yeah,
probably went
because-
back to, eating normal,
Yeah.
not drinking every night,
Yeah. 'Cause you're in
only on the
school.
weekends.
That'll do.
But yeah, but I never in my whole life ever thought about weight until I went to college.
Oh, and I knew exactly what I weighed every single year in high school.
And you were so tiny.
Yeah, I was like 103 pounds in ninth grade, and then when I graduated, I was like 117. I don't know why I remember that. I just totally.
My thinnest I ever was, like as an adult, was my freshman year in college. I got super skinny. I was running every single day. I was kind of homesick. My stupid
Yeah.
high school boyfriend had followed me to Arizona. And I don't say that like he was actually like an idiot. And there was like some tumultuous stuff. And I think I was just so nervous. And it was before I was on anxiety medication, and my stomach was bad. And that was when I weighed like around 117. That's the thinnest I've ever been since like 7th grade.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was, But did your friends, did you guys talk about that in high school?
Yeah,
You did.
yeah. I don't know why our group.
Did
of
you like
friends
try to
just did.
diet?
I don't know that we talked about like what we ate or whatever, but we all kind of knew what we all weighed.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't think any of my friends, any of us ever weighed ourselves. I don't ever know, no idea till college.
Yeah, and then when we got to and then I went to college, and then I just kind of forgot about it. Like my
Yeah.
freshman year, I paid attention, but then after that, I was off the wagon.
You were just living on beer and
Yep, for
McDonald's.
sure,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Well, sounds about right.
I'd go work out in the morning, and I'd run like a mile, and I was like, all right, that was good.
I was
On the
super.
treadmill.
I got okay. Maybe that's when it happened. Okay, that's what happened. My senior year in high school, I had gained that weight, and I started running that fall. My friend was like, "Do you want to go running with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't do that. I don't run." And I ran, and then that's when I got into running. And I ran from the time I was what, 17, 18 until I had my girls, and then still for like 5 years, I ran every single day in college.
Oh, it's
Every day.
addicting when you
Yep.
do it.
I would go to the student rec center. I would put my stuff in this locker, and then I would run this loop around campus. That was like I never was like a really into like distance. Like
Yeah.
the longest I ever ran regularly was like 5 miles, but it was more like 3 normally.
Yeah.
So I'd run my loop around campus, and then I'd go back to the workout center, which was super nice, and I would never touched a weight. I would do the elliptical sometimes for like 15 minutes, and then crunches.
Okay, but ellipticals for some reason way harder now than it was.
Oh my God, it's so hard.
Because we've been doing the elliptical, they've been adding it in at the gym, and it is fucking
Like in
hard.
circuit type classes when we have to do like 3 minutes, and I'm dying.
Yeah.
Because I remember, but I think I bet when because I remember doing it with Megan after
Yeah.
college, and we'd be like on the elliptical for 45 minutes every day at Lifetime. But we must have had it on zero, like
Yeah.
the resistance.
Because Brooke and I would go, and my feet would fall asleep.
Oh my God, my left foot always fell asleep
Yes.
on the elliptical every single time.
Every time. And then now I go, and I'm like 20 seconds in, and I'm like, oh my God.
I mean, like literally, like my heart rate like shoots up on that thing.
Yeah. I know, I'm like 20 calories. I have to burn 20 calories on that.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Which takes like what, 2.5 minutes or
Yeah,
2
it's
minutes, and I'm
hard.
dying.
Yeah.
I think it's because now we're doing like interval up and down stuff, like weights to cardio, weights to, where back then I was just like on there for 45 minutes at level 0, probably doing nothing. But I was on the elliptical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We worked out.
There was this one girl in my sorority, I remember I'd always see her. She'd be on the elliptical, just all perfect, with her hair perfectly done, full makeup.
Oh my God.
I never did that.
Oh, I sometimes, even now when I show up, I'm like, should I even
I look
walk?
homeless at the gym.
Yeah.
Like I literally brush my teeth,
You
pee,
do
and
look
leave.
homeless at the, no, I'm just kidding.
I do. I mean, it's bad.
I
It's
do
like
too.
puffy, but I'm like, why would I put on makeup?
Oh, I'm
like,
not
who
gonna put
cares?
makeup, but sometimes I'm like, I should maybe wash my face and like depuff, but I don't.
Well, because I get up literally 5 minutes before I leave. You know that.
Yeah.
I'll teach a class at the gym at 8 a.m. and I will get out of my bed at like 7:38. Because then I can leave. I can be downstairs by like 7:43. Because all I have to do is pee, change, and brush my teeth.
And make a coffee.
And then I go downstairs. I make my Keurig. Always come to the gym with a coffee.
Like an oh,
I
do
basically need
sometimes
10
too, though.
minutes total
Yeah.
from the time I get out of my bed till I get in my car.
Yeah.
And I can get, I mean, I don't accomplish anything before I leave. I just literally
Yeah.
change, pee, brush my teeth, and make a Keurig.
Heather comes rolling in. She's got
Every time.
4 jackets on, like a hat. She's got her
5 sweatshirts,
water.
a hat, a
Yeah.
big, long sleeping bag jacket. Because I
and
don't want to be
she's just
cold.
she's like, everyone grab 20s.
Grab your weights. We're starting in 32 seconds. But you have to know, you guys at our gym, like, it's our group of, like,
Yeah.
we don't have very many randos in class.
No, everyone knows.
Yeah. And if there is, I'm like, oh, hi. Then I have to, like, not play the bitches and hoes music for, like, 1 hour until they get
Even
used to
today,
it.
it was like all of our friends, and that one.
What was
song
I
got-
playing today? Snoop?
It was Snoop.
Oh,
it just
there was
got a
one
little-
song where it was like, what was it even talking about?
I don't know, but
Dicks?
I've never ever heard it before, and it was
There was some, I mean, it wasn't just swear words. It was like nasty,
Yeah,
nasty.
it
I'd never
was-
heard that song either.
no.
I just put on Snoop Dogg Essentials and Apple Music.
I didn't even
let
know
'em
that was an
choose.
essential.
Yeah, Yeah, there's Snoop Dogg essentials in case you guys needed to know in Apple Music. Yeah, it's all good.
I mean, younger kids, you should not play it around because this one was real nasty. It was
Well, the
bad.
thing is like I always think like some of my girls' music that I've heard and stuff like is so like explicit, but then when
Yeah.
you really look back to like the good rap of the 90s, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, so the other day we were driving down to the U of M for Brad's. My son's a swimmer.
Yeah.
And he made it to state for swim, so we were driving down.
go
there
Brad,
and-
such a stud.
such a stud. And we were trying to find pump up music in there. There was nothing on.
Yeah.
And so I'm
You could
trying
just
to
put on Pump the Jam.
Yeah. And I put
He'd
like
be like,
90s
"What?"
on, and he was like, "Oh my
Yeah,
god."
90s music is the bomb.
I know. So I did Hypnotize. So
Oh,
like that's a good one.
amazing.
So then I was like,
Did he
telling
not dig it?
He actually knows all the 90s.
Okay.
So he likes that stuff.
Okay.
But I thought, oh, maybe I'll find like a Drake song or I don't
Yeah.
know. And I don't know. So I was like, hey, Josh, do you have any good pump up songs? And he sent me 3 and we started playing them. And I was like, you can't listen to them.
What were they? Or what artist?
I don't even know. I don't know. It was,
Some serious bitches and hoes?
yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sometimes there's some serious bitches and hoes going
Yeah.
on. I always say to my girls in the boat in the summer, okay, so are we listening to bitches and hoes or country? Because those are like the two things and kind of me, like I either want like old school 90s like ghetto rap,
Yep.
or I love like Morgan Wallen and all that stuff.
Oh, all the country's so good. I feel like that's like boating music.
It is so that I mean I didn't even know who Morgan Wallen was until last summer, and the girls like got me so onto his album, and now we're going to the concert.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We'll do some videos from
We'll do
there.
some videos. We have matching outfits because obviously.
Of course.
And like I love that album. Like the whole
So
thing.
good. Yes, it's so good.
It's so good. It's such good boating music. Like I just want to be on the boat right now.
Yeah.
Like
same.
in the sun, warm, like a good drink. I could pull kids all day wakeboarding. I don't even mind it.
I'll just sit there and
Yeah,
I'll
she
make you
just is like my
drinks.
co-pilot. I just pull kids all day.
I just hold Gigi and make drinks.
Oh,
Perfect.
my little G-Jarama. We got to bring her on the podcast. She'll
Oh,
sit
yeah,
on the
she'll just
table.
sit here.
Yeah.
She'll walk around.
Yeah, she'll walk around. She loves the boat.
Oh,
She just loves it.
she's a boating dog.
She's a total. Because when I got her, I was like, my first Yorkie was like a psycho swimmer, like loved the water.
Oh, really?
And then Gracie, my second one, loved to be in the boat, but she did not like the water, hated it. Like we'd put her in and she wouldn't even go in on the beach, nothing, hated it. So this one, I was like, when I got G, I was like, okay, you're going to be a boat dog, but you're also going to be a swimming dog.
Yeah.
And she totally is. Loves it. Loves to fetch in the water. We put her little life jacket on, put her in the middle, and she just
Oh,
kind of swims around.
So cute.
She wants to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I think Lily is a boat dog. Coco, she doesn't.
no,
She's
she
too
gets nervous. Yeah. She's kind of a nervous dog.
Yes. Yep.
Well, Lily would just chill. She'd just sit in the sun.
She'd
like-
probably float.
yeah. Little chunker munker. She's so cute. Oh, Robin has 2 mini golden doodles.
Yep. And Lily is like shorter legs, blonde, so chunky. She's
Yeah.
so cute.
She's so cute.
And then Coco's like more reddish, and she's taller and
Skinny,
skinnier.
kind of, yeah. Kind
And
of
she-
nervous,
Yep.
not so sure of everyone.
Yeah. She's got a.
She warms up,
Yep. But
but like
she's gotta
Lily
like
would
you.
run away with like the serial killer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If someone opened up a van, she would hop in, and especially if they had treats, she's in.
Oh, for sure. Come here, little girl.
Yeah.
She'd be like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Bye.
Yeah. So I don't know
okay.
about all the music. How did we get on that tangent? Is
I
anyone
know.
even going to want to listen to us? Because all we do is like, woo. Okay, so we got to go back
Okay.
to the legs and the ass thing.
Yeah.
So like everybody had that one girl they knew in high school, I feel, who had like kind of the big ass and whatever.
Yep.
But there was like one.
Yeah.
Now it's like they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
And it's fine. Like I don't care. I just think it's so interesting how like that is the desired body type now.
But how do they do it?
I don't know. I don't get it. Unless they're like, it's like a CrossFit body kind of.
Yeah. I mean, because like Grace has a little waist. She's got a
Tiny.
flat stomach.
Yep.
But and I was like, where did that come from? She's got a booty and some legs. And I
Yeah.
was like, it didn't come from me because
No.
I don't have that.
But I don't feel like most of these girls I see's moms probably were like that when they were teenagers.
Yeah.
Because all anybody wanted to be, like I said, I literally never thought about weight ever till college. But then it was like people just wanted to be skinny.
Yeah, heroin chic.
Heroin chic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds bad, but at the end of the day, that's really what people wanted.
Like Kate Moss.
Totally.
Yeah.
There was no wanting the booty or
mean,
I don't even really feel like people wanted big boobs, did they?
No, there was like nothing.
Like my one friend had the biggest boobs, Claire, and she hated them.
Yeah.
And I don't remember. I remember us being like, "Oh, that sucks that you have such big boobs." Now the girls want them.
Yeah, they want everything. I mean, I think it's good, especially for the athletic bodies.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and I like that they don't worry about like wanting. Like, I'm a little nervous about the Ozempic thing now. Like seeing all these people on it.
Yeah, it's weird. But I don't like. I feel like they are like, at least like with my teenagers and probably Grace, like if I say something like mean about someone, like if I see someone and I'm like, oh God, or something, they're always like, Mom, like, don't be a bitch. Like,
yeah,
it's all about like body inclusivity, which is awesome.
Yep.
But that's just definitely not the way it was when we were that age.
Nope. No. So it is good.
That's really good. And like some of their, if they have a friend who's, bigger or smaller or whatever, like it doesn't really seem to be like a topic.
Yeah.
Which is really good because I feel like not so much our generation, but almost like the one, like, I feel like the kids who are like, or kids, I feel like the people who, oh my God, we're so old, like kind of in between us and our kids, like there was a lot of eating disorders.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I don't hear about that quite as much anymore.
No.
I mean, I'm sure there still are plenty of people who have, issues, but
you can see it too. Like I haven't seen a lot of people that are.
No, and like my really good friend in high school was bulimic, and it had been going. She actually was brought home from college sophomore year. Her parents like went and got her, and she wasn't very far away, just in Wisconsin, but because she was so bad. But it had been going on since our junior year in high school, and we had no idea, any of us.
That's
none.
Hard. Yeah, bulimia is hard because you don't see it.
No, but like looking back, she would say things like we'd be at a party and drinking, and she would say something like, I don't know, just weird stuff. Where now, like, but I was so like not on our radar.
Yeah,
I just didn't really. I mean, I knew it existed. Obviously, I knew what it was, but like I had never come across it before, which is good.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, so it's just interesting how like as the generations like come and go, like how different like that is. I just hope like our kids have a better body image than we did.
Yeah.
Cuz like I don't feel like most people our age have a good body image.
No, I think
No.
No.
I mean, I don't. Like I'm always feeling like I have cellulite on my legs and I would want to change this or that, and like I wish I could be more just like
I feel like
not care, not in a way where like you just completely let yourself go, but like not be. And I know nobody else cares. I know my husband doesn't care. I know nobody else cares but me. But I wish I could not think about it.
Yeah, I think when I had Grace, I started looking at how I was talking about myself.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want her to feel the way that I felt.
Totally.
And then also looking back, like now being 44, looking 10 years back, I'm like, oh, I was actually in really good shape when I was 34.
Right.
But I didn't tell myself that. So
yeah.
I really try, especially around her, to not say I want to change things.
Yeah, or like talk about food being good or bad.
Yeah.
I mean, my girls, like, I like to eat and I love food and going out and all the things. So like they know I like that. But I try not to say things around them like, oh my God, I can't have another burger. I'll be like, oh, I want a burger, but I'm not going to get one. They'll be like, why? Just get one. And I try to not be like, oh, because I don't want to get fat. Like,
right.
I'll just say like, oh no, because I had one like yesterday and I'm not going to eat a burger every day or, something like that.
Well,
I probably need to do a better job at it.
Well, but I think the thing I need to do a better job of is my face. Like when I'm like,
like expressions.
Like I need more, like I just need more Botox. I need to get this done. Like, does this look bad?
Yeah.
Where like I've taken the focus off of here and I'm focused on my face.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. So.
And these kids now, like, I don't know. It's weird. Like when I got my tummy tuck, I was like, my dad was like, well, he didn't say it to me, but he said it to my husband, like, what kind of an example is that for your kids? And I told my girls, I was like, you guys, here's the deal. Like, they had heard me talk about it for years. And I was like, I have all this skin that it wouldn't matter if I lost 15 pounds and worked out 3 hours a day with a trainer. It would never go away. And actually, when I was thinner, it was almost worse because it would just kind of hang there. And I was like, I have, physically this muscle issue. I want the skin gone. And now you're at an age where I can be down and out for 10 days. You're fine. You can make your own food. You can drive, all the things. And now I'm at a point where I can afford it. So like, I I I kind of like go back and forth with it. Like, is it a bad example that I want to change myself? But I also feel like it's a good example that like it's something I wanted to do for myself. Like I wasn't doing it to like wear a string bikini or because I wanted to be skinnier for my husband or I didn't want my husband to see my flabby stomach. It was 100% for me and not anybody else.
Yes.
So, I told them that and I'm fine with it. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's okay. I mean, it'd be one thing if I was getting a plastic surgery every year, like I know some people who have done, and that to me is crazy.
Yeah, but at the same time, I also am kind of like, that's what you want to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have no judgment to anybody,
Yeah.
but I just personally wouldn't do that. But then you look at like how many people that have gotten their boobs down over the years.
Yeah.
A zillions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nobody thinks that's a big deal. So, whatever.
No.
Each to their own, that's what I say.
Yeah.
But I'm not going down without a fight.
Same.
Right? Right? I mean,
I'm going to be hanging upside down, doing all the fillers and Botox.
maybe we should get one of those
working
inversion
out.
tables.
Yeah.
Do you think it would help?
Yeah, I really do.
Maybe we could like ice our faces while we're hanging upside down or something.
So
Yeah.
we'll go work out, then we're going to go to Hot Works for an hour, and then we're going to hang
Oh,
upside down.
if you guys have not tried Hot Works,
good.
if you're local, we have one right here. But wherever you're listening from, look it up in your state or your area. It's
Amazing.
it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Once you sweat like that and start detoxing, you get addicted.
It's totally addicting.
Yeah.
Like
We go now like at least 5 times a week.
yeah, and we'll go like I'll go to a class at the gym or I'll teach my class at the gym, and we'll have gotten plenty of a workout, but then
Mhm.
like you don't get that like crazy sweat that you get from the infrared sauna while you're working out. I mean, it's 130 degrees in there,
Yeah.
and then you start to crave it because like when you
Mhm.
come out, you just feel like so good.
Well, even today, I feel like I didn't get as good of a sweat because we did Heather's class, and then we did not do like a 15-minute cardio
Right.
in the at Hot Works. We just did a 45-minute class. We were sweating.
Plus, I feel like it was because it was core and we were on the ground most of the time, and
Yeah.
it's the coolest down on the ground rather than when you're standing.
That's true.
But yeah, I could have
The
like
day
done more.
before,
Oh,
it
the
was
day
like-
before was so bad. I was so sweaty.
Yeah.
Oh, Monday. Oh, that was after the weekend too.
Yeah, I felt really good.
I got home and got in the shower and I was like, oh my God, I feel like I like detoxed my whole weekend of I was out of town and eating out and all the things and
was
drinking
good.
and it just felt like, okay, like my body is kind of reset.
Yeah. And then I had a margarita last night.
Yeah, we ordered Chinese food. So, I mean, it's all about balance, right?
Yep. Well, and I think too, as we get into our 40s, it really just is about balance.
It is.
Because you still want to like have a life, but you want to be healthy. But
Yeah.
I'm just not the kind of person that's going to be like only eating certain things. And
No.
I'm just.
Well, and that's where I think food issues start from. Like like during the weekdays, during the day, I eat really healthy. I mean, I don't eat much. I'll eat like egg whites and, deli meat without bread, stuff like that. Like just try to get a lot of protein.
Yeah.
But anytime you start like majorly restricting or marking certain foods as bad, I just think it's a slippery slope.
I think so too.
And I've said since I can remember, if I got hit by a bus tomorrow, I'd be really glad I had the 2 cheeseburger meal from McDonald's. Right?
Yep. DoorDash.
I mean, oh God. Have you guys ever DoorDash McDonald's? It's so pathetic, but I've done it. Done it with you.
Yeah.
I did it for
At your
breakfast
house.
once too.
Yeah.
I don't know
I've
why.
done breakfast too.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause I was
delicious.
hungover.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Like we're kind of getting to that age too, where like people's parents are passing away unexpectedly, and even people our age, and it's kind of like,
Yeah, it's a little. Yeah,
you don't want to live your life restricting. Like it's all about balance. You know, exercise, eat what you want within within reason, and drink your what do they say? Drink your gin and tonica, smoke your marijuana. I'm not smoking the marijuana. I'm not good at that.
I'll just go to sleep.
But yeah, I'll just have my cocktails and go to bed at 9:30 and enjoy every minute of it, right? So,
Perfect.
yeah. All right, so
Okay.
what are we going to be back with next week? Got a
Well,
couple of fun things on
yeah,
the
we're gonna try
horizon.
to do the Vanderpump. We
Yep,
have a special
we're going to
guest.
hopefully have a special guest on to discuss Vanderpump Rules. Now the season will be basically over.
Yep.
Um,
And then we're gonna have to get Mark and Josh on here.
yeah, we're going to get bartender Mark and shirtless Josh on here.
Shirtless.
Well, I mean, maybe we'll just make him take off his shirt like at the end for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for everyone's viewing pleasure. But yeah, we got some fun stuff coming up. And we are actually going to Tom Sandoval and the
Yes.
Most Extras.
It's gonna be
Probably
great.
going to be the worst concert we've ever been to in our entire life. But when Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras comes to town and you're a Vanderpump fan, you obviously go.
Yes.
It'd be ridiculous not to.
Yeah. I'm sure we're gonna get some selfies. Heather's gonna push her way to the front, and I'm
Yeah,
following
for
her.
sure. Mark said I'm going to be in Sniffers Row.
Oh my
Right in
God.
front of the stage. I'm going to be up there with my camera. He's going to be like, oh, great. Those old ladies are in front.
Yeah, we want to
Lots
get
of
on stage.
prospects. Huh?
We want to get on stage.
Oh, we do. I want to go backstage.
Oh.
Do you think we could get invited backstage? Do you think there's some sort of VIP situation that we could like somehow slither our way into?
VIP at the Medina Ballroom.
The tickets were like $38, weren't they? 30 maybe? I don't know. They were
I don't
really
know.
cheap.
I think you bought my ticket, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, what goes around comes around. Whatever. I didn't want them to sell out.
Yeah,
I got
Good.
worried.
I'm glad.
All right, you guys, thank you for listening. Pour your half glass of whatever you're drinking, and we will see you next time.